So what are the best anime openings to listen to this spring season, or not the best to listen to? Let's find out. Now we got 5 different tiers for this: certified classic, banger / vibe, solid, meh, or ass. Now there's really no crazy criteria for this. The lyrics, move, get them out of the way. We don't care about lyrics. You know, when the song starts playing, is my body moving, is it grooving, is my head bopping, and yeah, that's all that matters. Also, depending how this video does, I'll do the endings too, or just let me know in the comments if you want to see that. First up, studio apartment, good lighting, angel included. Okay, when you think of anime openings, this is it. You know, very generic, you know, very standard, your true and try, you know, your go-to, which there's nothing wrong with, but it doesn't do anything special, doesn't really get the body moving. You know, it does sound good. The only negative I can say is the vocals are a little too high-pitched for me. Outside of that, not bad. I'm gonna put it in meh. Next up, God's Game We Play. Okay, it's cooking, hold on, building up. Alright, not bad. You know, I did like the way it was started. You know, it started off good. You know, I was vibing to it. You know, my head, you know, I was, you know, bobbing my head a little bit. Had a nice little build up. I like the beat and the vocals and, you know, things switching up. I can see this getting people hyped up. I'm gonna put this in solid. And I think this is the only compliment you could give this anime, because I'm pretty sure it's not doing too well. Next up, Train to the End of the World. This in vibe. Next up, this title is really long. It's The Seven Prince, Time Ability, Reincarnation. Alright, I enjoyed that. You know, the 2 things that stood out to me were the guitar and the drums. The vocals were good. I like the inflections. Visually, it was okay. I think I'm gonna put this in solid for now. Next up, Re-Monster. What the fuck? Yo, whose idea? Hold on. I just gotta say, whose idea was that? Who was like, yo, let's put this white substance, this white liquid, fluid, just dripping down. Yeah, it's that, like, why?
A few moments later.
Excuse me?
I know I said it's not about lyrics, but
that shit is a 2-pack of ass.
Next up, Spice and Wolf. Alright, nothing too crazy, very somber, like some of the visuals. The vocals were good, but I'm gonna put it in meh. I feel like it could have used something to, you know, go higher for me. Next up, the banished former hero lives as he pleases. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, just very generic, but not like, you know, it's generic, but no, not bad. You know, it's enjoyable. Nah, it's generically bad. It's ass. Next up, Touken Ranbu Kai. Okay, visually, I'm just gonna say ass. It felt like there was no effort put into it, but the song was pretty solid, not what I was expecting. Didn't really feel like an anime opening, which, I mean, that's not a bad thing. You know, it was cool, you know, it was calm, a little somber, slow, but I'm gonna put it in meh. Next, A Condition Called Love. Hey. Wait, hold on. Okay. Alright, I like that live, very upbeat, kind of poppy, like the vocals. Wasn't really a fan of the visuals. I felt like visually there's a lot to be desired. Could have been better. I feel like could have paced it better. It could have like matched the music, but I think the song itself outshines that and stands out, so I'm gonna put this in a vibe. Next up, Bartender Glass of God. Okay, started a little slow, a little somber, then there was a beat switch up, you know, got a little more upbeat. The vocals were good. I like the beat. I feel like it had you tapping your foot, so I'm gonna put this in solid. Next up, Laid Back Camp Season 3. Alright, visually, I think that's been the best one so far, but the song itself, at first, you know, I was like, it's okay. You know, it was building up a little bit, and then it had a little beat switch up, and then that's when it started to hit for me. Then I was like, oh, okay, I see. You know, I'm kind of messing with this. You know, I'm vibing with this a little bit. I think all around, this is very good. For now, I'm gonna put it in solid. Next, oh man, a solid bowl of weirdness, weirdo. Okay, not terrible, wasn't bad, was visually interesting. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about it. I'm gonna put it in meh. Next up, An Archdemon's Dilemma, How to Love Your Elf Bride. Okay, not bad. Very interesting. Was getting a lot of like early to late 2000s like rock, anime openings. It's definitely felt like an anime ass opening, but I did like the switch up and the inflections, the little switch up in the beat. Also, this kind of reminds me of another song. I don't know if it's from this season or maybe from the past season. I don't know if it's maybe like a band. For some reason, it sounds just a little bit similar to something. It reminds me of something. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. But all around, I liked it. I'm gonna put this in solid. Next up, Astro Note. Okay, was getting some like 90s, maybe 80s vibes. It felt like kind of J-poppy. Was felt very psychedelic, kind of groovy. I mean, it does match the aesthetic, with certain character designs. Visually, it was good. Like the beat, like the way it just sounded. It sounded very good. I'm gonna put this in solid. Next, Slime Season 3. Now, I will say I love Reincarnated as a Slime, but every time I go to skip the intro when I'm watching the next episode, the little bit that I hear, I'm just like, this might not be for, it might not be for me. Okay, listen to the full song, not that bad, but those first couple of seconds, gave me reason to not cut this off and myself. Pretty generic, anime ass anime opening. I'm gonna put this in meh. Next up, the regular at Magic High School Season 3. Alright, came out swinging, had a strong start, kept the momentum, had some like heavy metal, heavy rock, type vibe, had my head bopping a little bit. Like the visuals, I feel like the visuals match the pace of the song and to the beat. At first I wasn't sure where I was gonna put this, I was thinking solid, but once it got close to the end of the song, I was like, yeah, the siblings ain't gonna be the only thing banging, because this is a banger. Next, Windbreaker. Okay, very enjoyable. Some of the visuals match the pace of the song, like the vocals. I feel like you can feel that intense vibe that the show gives off, how action oriented it is, just so much fighting going on. But it would have been nice to have a little switch up at some point. So I'm gonna put this in solid. Next up, girls band Cry. Oh my god, on the first listen, I was like, oh, that's a banger. But upon the second listen, they fucking cook. That's a certified classic. My goodness, good golly. I don't know who was like, yo, get this band. This is the song. This is the beat. Whoever produced this, fire. But second listen, I was like, yeah, nah, this is a certified classic. It's just so much going on. It's just so much to get that body moving, get the head bopping. Honestly, you could just throw this in and play this. Honestly, this is going crazy. I feel like in the car, throw this on the car, yo, meet the ox, I'm going crazy. Honestly, I might have to start watching the anime. Next, HIGHSPEED Étoile. Yeah, I don't have anything to say. Pretty simple. I guess generic. I'm gonna put it meh. Next up, Tonbo. Yeah, another one, not really much to say. Pretty generic, simple. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it in meh. Next, YATAGARASU. Okay, when you see the cover and you see that's a historical anime, you don't really expect this type of song to go with it, this type of beat, but wasn't bad. I will say it did remind me of the Naruto opening. What's it called? Silhouette? Something like that. I think it's like opening 13 or Shippuden, which I mean, not a bad thing, I guess, but this sounded good, had good visuals. I'll put this in solid. Next up, Blue Archive, the animation. Alright, not bad. It started off generic, then it switched up, but then it went right back to being generic. So I'm gonna have to put it in meh. Next up, Go-Go Loser Ranger. Okay, low key, that kind of went stupid. That was kind of going crazy. A lot of the switch ups and the beat, the vocals, and the visuals were good. Definitely feel like you could just throw this in a playlist or just put this on. Somebody gonna be dancing. I feel like at some point you could hit a little dance on this. For sure, I gotta put this in vibe. Next up, Grandpa and Grandma Turn Young Again. Alright, it was pretty simple, nothing over the top, nothing crazy, but I'm not mad at it. I don't really got too much to say. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in solid. There's one thing I want to say about this show, but I'm gonna have to wait until how does Reddit feel about the spring anime season video. Stay tuned for that sometime this month. Next, Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. Okay, not bad. You definitely can feel that emotional vibe that the show gives off. I'm gonna put this in solid. You know, it did its job. Nothing too crazy. Next up, Mission Yozakura Family. Alright, very poppy, very upbeat, very cheery. You definitely can tell what the show is about. I think the song was decent. The visuals were a little weak. I'm gonna put this in meh. Next up, Sound Euphonium Season 3. Okay, definitely get like a triumphant vibe, you know, pushing for your goal, you know, get that victory. I think the song was good and visually it was beautiful. I'm gonna put this in solid. Next up, the Duke of Death and his Maid Season 3. Alright, that was interesting. You know, it started off a little generic, but then it had some nice little switch ups. Like the visuals and the song wasn't bad, so I'm gonna have to put this in solid. Next up, the Fable. Okay, that was a little disappointing. No, the visuals were very weak. The song was okay. Yeah, there was a lot left to be desired. Could have done a little bit more. I'm gonna put this in meh. Next up, the Yōkai Next to Me.
What is that?
Why is there a car in the show? Why the fuck? You know, I just don't get it. You know, what is the purpose? What is the meaning of this car? All right, very cheery and chippy, all happy and dandy. Wasn't bad. Definitely gets the point across of what kind of show it is and what you're gonna get into. At first, I was gonna put this in meh, but I'm gonna put it in solid. Next up, Vampire Dormitory. Okay, low-key, that was pretty good. Not what I was expecting. Very boy bandish and poppy. I liked how they had them dancing. Definitely a song you could dance to. The switch up was nice. I like the build up. It's a very close to being a vibe, but it just needs a little more. Just needs a little more. So I'm gonna put this in solid. Next up, Chillin in Another World with level 2 super cheap powers. You know, another one I wish you could see my face for, because you know I wasn't discussing, but it was just like, what is this? What is this? You know, I couldn't take it seriously because all I think of and all I hear is Kagura from Gintama. Now, obviously, she's a good voice actress. You know, she's good, but that's all I hear. And I can't take it seriously because it's a romance. So just throwing me off. And it's also too high pitched for me. You know, it's a little too high pitched. You know, it's a little too high pitched. You know, I'm gonna put it very, very low meh. Next up, Reincarnated as an Aristocrat. Okay, yeah, just another generic anime opening. Nothing to really say, wasn't anything special. Honestly, let's just go ahead and make another tier for these anime openings. Put that there and we're gonna move these 3 down. Next up, Jobless Reincarnation Season 2 Part 2. Alright, good opening. The song was good. Visuals are good. But I will say, you know, I feel like I got spoiled on a lot of things. I don't know if all of it's going to happen this season. But I've seen some things that I'm like, I didn't expect to happen. But regardless, it's a solid opening. Next up, Rinkai. Okay, yeah, that's an anime opening. Next up, Welcome Home. You definitely get that emotional journey that this show is going to put you through. Very cheery, but it's going to have its sad and dark moments. But for the most part, it was very upbeat. Had my foot tapping. So I'm going to have to put it in solid. Next up, Unnamed Memory. Okay, don't have anything to really say. You know, I don't have anything bad or good to say about it. I don't hate it. So I'm going to put this in meh. Next, Data A Live Season 5. That man got hoes. God damn. He got so much riz. He's a riz lord, man. You didn't know. You know, very somber opening. Thought it was okay. Maybe it would hit more if, you know, if you watch all the seasons. Maybe it'll be a little more emotional. So I'm gonna put it in meh. Next up, Konosuba Season 3. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say. The vocals were good. Everything else was okay. So I'm gonna put this in meh. Next up, Mysterious Disappearances. Alright, this was a good opening. I like the song. The vocals were good. Visually, it was really good. I like the use of the colors. Now, if it wasn't for the unnecessary horniness and etchy shots, I might have considered putting this in banger. But I'm gonna have to put it in solid. Next up, Oblivion Battery. Alright, not bad. I wasn't sure where I was gonna put it, but once it got to the halfway point, I was like, yeah, this is an anime ass anime opening. You know, nothing wrong with that. It was solid. Next up, the many sides of voice actor radio. Okay, I don't have anything to say, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in meh. Next, viral hit.
Like a wild boy, I ain't got no fear.
Alright, that was very surprising. Not what I expected at all. Sounded very different from all these. I like the visuals, like the vocals. It's a little switch up, a little slow down. I'm kind of tempted to put it in banger. It's really close, but for now, I'm gonna put it in solid. Also, definitely check out the show Heavy Sleeper. Next up, the Misfit of Demon King Academy Season 2 Part 2. Alright, this was okay. It did start off a little weak. Once the beat dropped, it did get a bit better. The visuals weren't bad and the song was whatever, so I'm gonna put it in meh. Next up, Black Butler Public School Arc. Alright, I did not expect that to be really good. Like the visuals, you know, the editing, the pacing to the song, the vocals were good, the switch ups, the inflections. Yeah, overall, very well done. Honestly, low-key kind of makes you want to watch the show. So I'm gonna put that in banger. Next up, KAIJU No.8. Alright, this had a strong start. I was really vibing with it, but once the beat dropped, my enjoyment for it went down a little bit. It's not bad. I'm gonna put this in solid. Next up, the new gate. Alright, from the song to the visuals, this is an anime ass anime opening. Next up, Whisper Me a Love Song. Okay, yeah, really weird and odd choice to use CGI for one of the scenes. Just looks so out of place, didn't look good. The song was okay, but nothing else stood out to me, so I'm gonna put this in meh. Next up, My Hero Academia Season 7. Okay, kind of boring, but not in a bad way. You know, this is a very slow, somber. Felt like this is like the climax, you know, this is the conclusion, it's the final battle. I don't know how true that is. I know the manga is still ongoing. Yeah, it's not a bad opening. Maybe it would hit more if I was still watching this, but I'm gonna have to put it in meh. Next up, Delicious in Dungeon. Okay, yeah, that's how you do opening, you know, that's how you do a really good opening. Match the visuals to the pace of the beat. I feel like some of these openings should take notes, you know, how to pace and match some of the visuals to the beat, to the music, because whoever did the editing did an A1 job. Let's just go ahead and put this in vibe. Next up, TSUKIMICHI Moonlight Fantasy Season 2. Okay, everything overall was decent. Don't really have too much to say. It did what it was supposed to do. So I'm just gonna put this in solid. And the final opening, Usere Yatara Season 3. Now, so far, all the openings from this anime have either been a banger or a vibe. Let's see if that continues. Okay, yeah, let's just go ahead and throw that up and vibe. Yeah, that's a fucking vibe. I will say that opening from the first part of this season, I think it's a little bit better, but this one is still pretty good. Again, this is another opening where you gotta take some notes of how to do a really good opening, because visually looks really good. Good song, good vocals, good switch ups. Yeah, they don't miss.
The next day.
Alright, after listening to all these again, I made a few changes. This is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. Yeah, I think I only changed like 4. Let me know, do you agree or disagree, and what's your favorite opening from this season? I know Demon Slayer isn't on here, hasn't aired yet, so again, let me know in the comments if I should do the endings too, then I'll include it in that video. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, share where you think you might enjoy my content. Other than that, I'm out.